Alright, today I'm going to show you some traditional martial arts exercises. I don't teach anybody how to fight, only official disciples. But I'm going to show some exercises that anybody could do in order to take their fitness to another level. The way I view traditional martial arts is the actual techniques that they do are not too practical, but the exercises are phenomenal, are great as far as being able to use your body to exercise in many different ways. And that's kind of what one of the major benefits of traditional martial arts is. They exercise in ways where they don't really need to use weights. They just use their body. Alright, so you can start off, you know how we normally do squats? We go down like this. If you have a barbell, you have it up here and you go down like this. And you want to go down all the way. That's good form. Try to keep the back straight. Now in traditional martial arts, they call it the horse stance. And what they do is they hold this stance a lot of times. So you might come down and hold the stance. Instead of having a barbell over, you might put your arms out like this. You might practice some punches. Now you're working your arms and your legs at the same time. Okay? So that's called a horse stance. And that's what you could do. You hold it. And what it is, in fitness, it's just called a squat. This is a squat. This is a horse stance. This is what they do in martial arts a lot. Horse stance. You can just throw your hands out. You could, even if you don't practice martial arts, just hold the horse stance. Put your hands out. You don't practice martial arts, but if you do this, then you're working out like a traditional martial artist. Okay, so that's one. Another one, they call the arrow stance. And this is basically just like a lunge. Imagine if you're lunging down like that. This is called an arrow stance. And then in traditional martial arts, they make it look fancy. You see traditional martial artists posing like this. They might pose like this. Pose like this. And that's all it is. It's just like a lunge. Okay? And you could make it seem like you know martial arts when you don't, just by putting your arms out. A fitness person just goes like this. They might hold weights. This is fitness, right? Turn it into this. Put your hands like this, and then people think you're a martial artist. Like this. You see Jet Li making poses like this. Like this. Okay? So that's another one. It's just, this is like a half split. That's all it is. When I stretch, I go like this, right? I stretch like this. This is what I do a lot when I stretch. And this is fitness. But then all of a sudden, now you put your hands out. This is traditional martial arts. They do poses like this all the time. Okay? So that's another one. Another one is a cat stance. They hold it like this. And what a cat stance is basically just doing a single leg squat. So if you want to try to do a single leg squat, you just put one leg out, one leg back, bend down, and then come back up. One leg out, bend down, come back up, single leg squat. So this is a traditional martial arts pose. It's just a single leg squat. Okay? Just like this. You see the Karate Kid, remember this one? I do this all the time, training people just to have balance. And now you put your hands out. People make fun of this, but it's just basically, now you're working your shoulders at the same time. You just hold this position. Hold this position. Hold this position. You're working on balance and shoulder strength. You could go up and down just working your shoulder strength. But it's just working on balance, and this is so-called traditional martial arts. Then you kick out the foot, bring it up, and just kick out the foot, and try to keep balanced. Alright, it's just poses. Bring your leg up. Extend it out. They're just poses just to work the muscles. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna, these are effective for fighting, but it definitely is effective for building muscle. That's no doubt. As far as these squats, these lunges, sometimes people, they'll punch like this, okay? They'll come down, horse stance, punch like this. Arrow stance, punch like this. Punching like this. Arrow stance, these poses, okay? These poses. Then they call this one the cross stance. Stepping down like this. Cross stance. And what it is, it's just a lunge, basically. Instead of going like this, you're just crossing over like that. Crossing over like this. So these are just basic exercises that you could do, and that's what some traditional martial artists do. It's just training your body in different ways, where you don't really have to use weights, okay? People, they'll train their legs, train their arms at the same time, okay? They might have a lunge like this, punch up, horse stance, punch down, punch up, arrow stance, horse stance, arrow stance, horse stance, arrow stance, horse stance. And this is working your legs and working your arms at the same time. You just see these fancy poses that people do. They might do some fancy things with their arms, but it's just working on maybe coordinating your arms, working on relaxing, okay? This is the speed bag for boxing, but for martial arts they might put their arms in circles just to relax, okay? Just balance control, and just instead of jumping up like this just for fitness, you might just jump up, kick your leg out, and that's basically just a side kick, a jumping side kick. So just like that. So instead of just jumping up like this, that's a great workout, just jumping up. That's a great workout. Martial artists might just jump and kick. Like he might just jump. Traditional martial artists might just do that. Or he might jump up and hit his foot like that. These are all just different ways to work out without weights. Instead of just jumping up like a basketball player and shooting a basket, they might jump up, kick their leg. It's just, if you think about it as just more of a fitness thing, then you just do it for fun. And you just work out the best way you can in different ways. Sometimes you use weights, sometimes you just use your body weight. And these are great things to do where you just use your body weight. See, right now, I didn't use any weights. I just jump around, do some poses, and that's what forms are. That's what people do forms for. These martial arts forms, it's just a way to exercise without weights. I'm stretching right now. I'm stretching. I'm doing a form, and people might say, oh, that's not effective, that wouldn't work. But I'm just exercising, working on my strengthening right now, working on developing strength in my legs. Alright, I might jump up, kick out, jump up, kick out, just to exercise. Alright, that's all it is.